Hey there, my name is Justin, and for my personal reflection artifact, I chose this squishy brain stress toy thing. So why did I choose this artifact? Well, for starters, I think it's a great representation of a lot of what we've been learning in the course thus far. I think about how each of the students that come into our classrooms is coming in with their own brains, and they have their own background and experiences, and that's something that we need to integrate into the students' education to promote meaningful learning. Think about sociocultural theories of learning. This artifact also represents the knowledge I've gained regarding the neuroscience of learning, how learning is really just neural pathways being formed, and like muscle memory, it doesn't live in your muscles, it lives in your brain. This also makes me think about the difference between having a fixed and growth mindset. Learning about the growth and fixed mindsets made me think about my own learning journey, and when I was more intrinsically motivated to learn and why. As you can tell, this brain artifact can connect to pretty much all of the course materials that we've gone through. It connects to the neuroscience of learning, to executive functioning skills, to metacognitive processes that can promote our self-regulated learning. This just goes to show how our course content, it's really all interconnected. And as I reflected my learning, I think about how I'm constantly drawing different connections between the different modules and the different theories that we discuss in the class. This artifact can even represent my brain and how it's being exposed to new ways of thinking and learning, and there's that metacognition again. So hopefully it's apparent how this artifact is a really meaningful representation of my own learning throughout the course. When I look at it, I think about all the different learning theories and concepts that we've navigated and co-constructed understandings of during our time in class. However, I also chose this artifact as I found that it could help me demonstrate a really common experience that I was having in class, and that is this. A light bulb moment. This experience would often occur when something would happen in class that inspired me, something that I thought, hey, I could do this in my own classroom. Something like the body break exercises. I was thinking about how, ooh, that's a great idea. I could totally do that with my students. I could totally find some kind of modification. Something like the dragon fire breath. Butterfly breath. Base yoga. That activity where we gather up a bunch of our energy and then we release it. Our class has also navigated some heavy topics regarding the education system, and those can bring up some challenging feelings. I've sometimes even found myself using this as an actual stress toy. Consider Indigenous education. I often think about if we can meaningfully incorporate Indigenous pedagogical practices and ways of knowing, but I also contemplate the practicality and nuance of indigenizing education systems. Then I wonder if the academic curricular requirements and educational institutions that teachers have to operate within are just going to continue perpetuating colonial paradigms and Western structures. Are we still entrenched in a... I think my 3 minutes are just about up, so I hope that this reflective video, multimodal, has provided some insight into what I've learned and how I've grown throughout the course so far. Excited for more! Yeah! Okay. Woo.